Hi, kindergartners, Prelude kindergartners. I have your math paper today. It is page 35 and 36. Now, I didn't have all the blocks for you to have, so you might have to do some fancy eye work, or if you have pattern blocks at home, some people call them parquetry squares or parquetry blocks. If you have these at home, you may use them because they're uniformly usually the same colors, shapes, and sizes. If not, we can wait till we get back to school to go over this page and use our blocks. So on this page, you have your name. Now, at the top of this, we have, says, say the name of each shape, count the sides. So here is a trapezoid. Do you remember using a trapezoid? I'm going to turn it upside down. Do you remember our nativity and the trapezoid was Jesus's manger bed? And we put Jesus on top in an oval with a circle face. And that was his manger bed. Here is a rhombus. And here is a rectangle. Now, trapezoids, rhombuses, and rectangles all have 4 sides. So if you count the sides, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 on a trapezoid. Let's go to our rhombus. 1, 2, 3, 4 on our rhombus. And our rectangle has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. So they all have 4 sides. They all have angles, which are the corners. They have corners. And let's read what it says. Trapezoids, rhombuses, and rectangles all have 4 sides. A trapezoid is a 4-sided figure with no more than 2 slanted sides. See, 1 slant, 2 slants. Rhombuses have 4 equal sides and may have square corners. There's a square corner, there's a square corner. Kind of, not necessarily. But they kind of look like a diamond at an angle, don't they? But that's a rhombus. And then a rectangle have straight sides and 4 square corners. See how the corners are right squared off like that. That's called a right angle. And they usually have 2 long parallel sides that are exactly the same size and 2 parallel sides that for height that are exactly the same height. And it looks like a doorway or a doorway like this, a table like this, or it can look like many other things. Here at the bottom it says, trace the shapes with a crayon. Tell the name of each shape. So when you do this, tell mommy or daddy or someone older that's helping you the name of each one. And you might want to use the same color as the shape up here. And then down at the next part, it says, complete the pattern, use letters to label the pattern. Ooh, remember this? Blue, red, blue, red, blue, red. What are you going to put here? You have it. And then remember, we always start with the first color is always going to be an A. The second letter is always going to be a B. And then that blue one is always going to be letter A. That's my clue. The red one's always going to be letter B. Okay, can you write that repeating pattern? We've done that before, except maybe Hudson. I don't know if you were here when we've done patterns. We were doing that before Thanksgiving. Now on this side, it says cover each shape with pattern blocks. I am so sorry I didn't have any time to print out copies of pattern blocks or send our own blocks because we might lose them. So if you have them, that's great. But if you can eyeball, okay, here's a trapezoid. Do you see another trapezoid in this picture? I think you see it. There's one. Do you see any more trapezoids? I don't see another one. So I'm going to write 1 trapezoid. Okay. Now the next one is orange square. Oh my goodness. you're going to have to, even if something is all one color, it can be made up of a combination of several of these. So what do you think as an orange square? I don't think that does. I think that one, the fish, looks like that shape. And then its tail looks like two of another shape. The diamond, see the diamond? And the triangle. No triangle on that one. But let's look at this one. If I take this like a rocket ship and cut it off this triangle part, that's one triangle. And if I look at the remaining part, doesn't that look like a square? And this, again, that looks like two rhombuses. And what about this hexagon? What about this diamond? So you're going to have to count how many of each one you see, or you put your blocks on, how many they are, and next to the shape, you're going to write the number of how many you have seen. Might be a little tricky. You might have to wait till you get back to school, but give it a try. Write as many as you can. Let's see what you can do with that. I wish I'd brought all my blocks with me. All right, another thing I want you to do, I want you to look around your house today and see if you find any shape that's the shape of a trapezoid. Can you find anything that's the shape of a rhombus? Can you find any rectangles? Now, I know you can find rectangles. It takes a little more time looking for a trapezoid or a rhombus, but I love those words, don't you? Are you learning some new big words? There we go. Trapezoid, rhombus, rectangle. Good job. All right, that's it for math today. We'll see you at the next lesson, which is a story. All right, bye-bye, boys and girls.